Welcome to Toffee TV, proudly backed by Ladbrokes for the season. It's the match preview. Stoke City versus Everton. I don't know. I just don't know, Vaz. This is such a weird game because
it's away. Because it's start.
Because it's just the emotions of being an Everton fan. They're like a roller coaster. It's just weird, isn't it? You come off the back of a decent win. You feel all confident. You look at Stoke and look what they are, but then you just think, yeah, but it's away from home, and we're rubbish away from home. But listen, if there's ever a game where you think, right, this we can get 3 points here, surely this has got to be it. Surely.
It's hard, this one, because these are tough normally at Stoke. The atmosphere is can be quite intimidating. This is a game they look at and think they can win. I don't think there's any question.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. This is one for them that their manager.
They've got bad run, a terrible run.
There'll be a board somewhere in their training ground, and there'll be games must win, and this is a must win for staying up
for them. So therefore, for us, obviously, that can go both ways. We can go in there and the pressure might be too much for them. They've lost, I think you said it was 6 home games this season. They've not been great. The Arsenal aside, the teams they've tended to beat the teams around them.
Yeah.
So it'll be a tough game, and like many Premier League games, the first goal will be absolutely key. But you're right, you look at it and you go, from our perspective, the 19th, I watched them the other night. They tried, they ran around. Yeah. I don't think anyone could accuse them of not having a go, because they had a go, but they just had Shaqiri aside. They had very little quality. I mean, he's not someone I love anyway. I think I think he's massively overrated, but he does weigh in with some purling goals every now and again, so he's a threat.
He is a threat. I think obviously they've got the goalkeeper, who's a tremendous goalkeeper, and they've got Crouch coming off the bench, which. Yeah. Let's be honest. If we're going to be worried about anything, that's what we should be worried about. No, I watched them as well, and I thought they tried to have a go at City in the right areas. City just had the quality, obviously. I thought the fans responded when the players, it was a little bit like Goodison when the players, you could see the players trying to get in the City players' faces, and the fans responded. But ultimately, Man City's quality was too much for them. But they didn't make it easy for Man City, and I imagine it'll be the same on Saturday. I think there's only 4 games on Saturday. There's no games Sunday, so Stoke will feel like, let's try and get points on the board over teams that might not be playing. And from our point of view, you're spot on. The pressure's off. In a way, there's no. Well, I hope the pressure's on them to win an away game and take what they did last week into the game, and with hopefully.
I don't think I know a lot of people.
No, I know. No, I'm not saying it's done, but the fact that we won and the fact that all the other results went pretty much our way, it would need us not to win any more games, and for teams to effectively double the amount of wins that they've had this season, or win half of the games we've got left. But you're right, we want to finish with many points as we can, but maybe that knowing you got the win last week we might play with a little bit more freedom, and that's ultimately what we point is. We might play with a little bit more freedom. They might be a little bit more. It's funny, relegation or being in a relegation battle, I think it affects teams differently. I think some teams like Swansea they went, lads, you're down anyway, go out there and just play footy, and they did, and it's got them up the table. I don't know whether Stoke can do that. I don't know whether they've got enough quality to do that, or they've got enough players that can suddenly be like unleashed. I don't know if they have or not, but they'll certainly think this is a big chance to win with our record. For us, I think we just have to do what we did last week, try and control the game. I seen a quote attached to Allardyce saying, we might let them have the ball. Don't do that. No. Don't do that and just sit there, because
ridiculous.
We tried to do that against Burnley, and although
And Watford.
Yeah, and Watford, and I know those teams are better, but still any Premier League team can hurt you if you let them have the ball, and if you're not set up for the way, you know, or comfortable.
Go and play the way we did last week.
Yeah.
Go out. Okay, obviously Gylfi Sigurdsson he's going to be a big miss between now and the end of the season. But there's other players who can come in and play in the team.
Well, Garner, you would expect Garner
just come straight into that, and then leave the rest of it. Leave that team, don't mess with it.
Yeah.
But put Garner in for Gylfi. I know they're not the same player, but we're away, so we need someone who's going to protect anyway. Get him in and just say to them, listen, just do what you did last week. Get the ball, get it forward, get at these, have shots, put crosses in, make them have to defend, because they're going to be edgy.
Yeah.
If you sit back and let them have the ball, they can grow into the game, where the worst thing that can happen to them is we score early on. Believe the weather's going to be terrible, it's going to be cold and all that.
They're used to it.
Get out there and get a goal.
No, you're right. If we sit back and go, oh, you can have the ball, that'll help I say Stoke fans make a good noise.
They generate noise.
You know, they generate noise, and I think players respond to that. If we have the ball and we frustrate them, and we get the fans on their back and make their players start maybe charging around, leaving the positions, you know, doing stupid things, space will open up. Are we good enough to take it? I think we've got some players that are good enough to take it. I think with Walcott on one side and possibility of a Blassie at the other side, you've got pace, you've got the back four that you want, hopefully back, you know, fit to play. And it's about not being stupid, not giving away stupid goals, not letting them come in, be comfortable, build up ahead the steam, so where their fans go, no. And then, because I think if you do that and they have a spell and we start getting, you know, rocky, then that's where the mentality side of us playing away will come in. We're not used to winning away. We're not used to riding out periods of pressure away from home. The muscle memory's not there.
No.
You know, we've done it once all season at Newcastle.
And ironically, we've done it very well after their first couple of, well, they hit the post twice, didn't they? But other than that, we actually coped really well in a game which was not too dissimilar to this. No. Newcastle needed the win at home, and the crowd are big and they can make it on. We went up there and we hung on in, got the goal, and then after the goal we controlled it.
That game we played, we needed the win. If anyone needed the win, we needed the win. But we played with it like a confidence that it was, the pressure was almost off in a way, didn't we, that night? And I think we go there on Saturday, and don't go with the mind, oh, we're safe and all that. Go with the mind that we need to win that, and if we win it, and with Leicester not playing, we go on the same points as Leicester, and then suddenly you're thinking, okay, we've got two tough home games going up, but suddenly those two tough home games become, well, the Man City one certainly becomes a freebie. Absolutely becomes a freebie. It does. The derby obviously completely different, but the Man City game is a freebie. No one expects you to win. If you don't win, then no one says anything. It's Man City, be champions within a couple of weeks. But it's, you know, I know we've said this, and I know we've said this loads of times about away games or any game, but this is a game where you think, well, the pressure's on Stoke more than it is on us.
Massively. Listen, with our last two away games, and I expected us to win both of them. Don't care where, Watford and Burnley, where Everton. There was no pressure on either of them really. It was, they're in positions that, okay, they would have been delighted with if you'd have offered them in August. So, and they both having what they'd class, I suppose, as good seasons. Stoke are in a position which they wouldn't have thought they'd be in August. You know, I mean, when we beat them the opening day, and I thought they were going to struggle this season because they looked terrible. That day we were much better, but we were the better side. And now they're in a position, we've been in Stoke's position in the past, and you look at it and go, oh my God, this game, and you've the fear of the game, because you look at it and go, this is a game we have to win. Right. But then you start thinking, if we don't win this, God, what are we going to do? We look at the games we've got, because I think they've got Spurs next, then you've got Liverpool and United. They've just got bad games.
A tough run,
you know, a really tough run. So for them,
turning that round, isn't it?
There's 2 or 3 games that they'll, like you said before, they'll put must win. Then they're hoping for one of those big results against, let's see, a team you wouldn't expect. So if we can get there, and we almost have to bore it out early on, I think, try and just kill it, take our time, try and flatten it so the atmosphere's a little bit flat.
Yeah.
And then take over, get our players who are good on the ball, get Balassi running, get Walcott running, and make them have to worry about us. It'll be a tough game, but you know what? For the first time in a while, if we come out of it with a point, I'll go, all right.
Well, I don't want
us to lose the game.
No, but what I was going to say then was, if we lose this game on Saturday, the last 3 away games would have been Watford, Burnley and Stoke, and if we've lost all 3 of them, then I'm sorry, but that's not acceptable for me at Everton Football Club. It really isn't. It's not acceptable from the manager, it's not acceptable from the players. It's just not acceptable to be losing games like that. It just isn't, and you're right. You're right in a way. If you're looking from a point of view of, well, if we get a point, then it's one less game that Stoke can catch us and all that kind of thing. Then that I fully understand.
But it's also an extra point on the board. You know, it's about building, isn't it? It's about building, and if we said last week, get 4th in the next 6, it's not too bad. Yeah, I want to win. I absolutely want to win. I expect us to win. Yes, I do, because we've got much better players than what Stoke City have got. Much better. You know, they've got players who can dig in, and the crowd help them. Of course they do, and anyone can beat anyone in the Premier League. But if you'd offered me some of their play, you know, any of their plays, there's not many I'd take.
I just want to see us show a set of bollocks and either get through a game or control a game, and you know what I mean. Like,
listen, it'd be lovely to go there and
control
a game, but
what I mean is they'll show signs of you know, last week at Goodison Park we've controlled that game from beginning to end. We really have, against a Brighton team that are not any better than Stoke. Okay, no. They're better than Stoke. Let's get it. They're better than Stoke, but they're playing away from home. The Stoke team are not better than this Brighton team. Showed that in the table. But we've controlled that because we've got that air of confidence, being at home, and an agency to win the game. And yes, it's Gylfi Sigurdsson. You know, he's going to be out probably for the rest of the season now, and it's a big blow because he's a big part of how we play when we play through midfield. You know, I looked at the second goal last week, and you know, if you watch that goal from the start, it starts with, you know, from the back, the goalie giving it to Rooney, and Rooney coming out with it. But Rooney's back there because he knows he's got Sigurdsson in midfield, and it goes through Sigurdsson a couple of times and goes through Rooney and goes left to right and back and forth, and he's a big part of that. And so we won't be able to control the ball probably with as much without him. I think he keeps hold of the ball really well as well, and transitions it really well. That's football. It's a blow. But if we've got to be able to go there and try and deal with the situation, and that's simply what we haven't done away from home. We haven't dealt with the situation, you know, wherever we've gone, whether it be Bournemouth, you know, losing in the last minute, or, you know, Watford just throwing the game away, Burnley not being able to cope with two centre halves coming on the pitch and defensively being all over the place. We should just be able to deal with it. And this is the big thing that I think we, as a team, I know, you know, it's been we've had fingers pointed at us saying how mentally we can't be a strong side, and that's got to be true. That has got to be true. But the people's excuse in the last, and certainly where we've come from, is that, you know, we've had people like Martina, we've had people like Ashley Williams alongside Keane and these things. Well, this week hopefully we've got our preferred back four, or as close to it as we can get. You know, we'll have hopefully Garner sitting in front of them. We'll have Walcott firing. We've got Cenk Tosun scoring 2 in 2 games. You know, up for it. You know, we've got good enough players to beat them. And
we've also got Wayne Rooney, who's scored more against Stoke than anybody else.
His record goal for Manchester United against Stoke. I think it was his last Man United goal as well. We've got, you know, we've got good enough players, but have they got it up there to say, lads, this is the day where we go and get our second Premier League away win? Can we do that for the fans who travel week in and week out? You know, there's a big gap. There's a couple of week gap after this game to the Man City game. Let's go into the international break with a big, you know, big win that says, right, we're safe now. We're looking for next season, looking at our final 7 games positively with the freedom. That starts on Saturday, but the problem is as much as you say all these things, it's whatever Everton crosses the line, and that's the big dilemma. That really is the dilemma.
But I suppose the incentive in training this week and on Saturday is to say, listen, if we win Saturday night, we've got 40 points, right? Probably that's well enough, okay? So theoretically, almost, we could be safe on Saturday night by winning the game. 40 points, you could say that all of that talk can go away now, lads. You've got 7 games now. Win as many as you can. The pressure's off. You know, these teams are going to have to go. If we were to win at the weekend, we'd be 13 points ahead of Stoke with 7 games to play. Yeah? So they'd need, effectively, with the goal difference, they'd need 5 wins out of 7 games. And we'd have to lose all our 7.
And the other thing is, you go into the last 5 games then, forget about United, City, and forget about Liverpool as such, some more teams below us. You go into the last 5 games, looking at those games going, there's a freedom to go and play those teams now. Yeah. We can beat them, we can beat them, we can beat them.
And we'd be coming off the back of a win away from home.
Yeah.
When we go to our next away game, you'd be, well, we won. Alright, we played City and Liverpool. Whatever's happened, they're in the top 4. Those 2 playing really well. Last time out against someone outside the top 6, we were away. We won. So can we win here, and can we just build that little bit of momentum and finish the season with win, win, win? So we go into the summer. Big Sam gets a new contract.
I just think Saturday is about turning the heat up on Stoke, turning that up on them and saying,
can you cope?
Can you, forget about what us not winning a Premier League away game since November. Turn the heat up on. Was it December?
December the 12th, was it? After Liverpool, wasn't it?
Was it after Liverpool or was it before Liverpool?
After Liverpool, wasn't it? We had Liverpool and that's Newcastle on the
Wednesday.
Probably
right, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
But it's still 3 months without that week.
Well,
and in that time, we've had West Brom away,
we've had
Bournemouth away, Watford away, Burnley away, and we haven't won any of them.
No, and I think it's all about, and as I say, all this about give Stoke the ball.
That's nonsense.
Unless we're going to be absolutely bang on it on the counter attack, better than we were at Burnley, then. Because, he might give them the ball and they might just give it back to us in the next minute. We're up the pitch and maybe it does work. But it's got to work. That's the point. It's got to work.
Because if we just give the ball up, they're going to create chances because they're going to have the ball all the time. The best thing to do with those teams is get on them, jump on them, so that they're worried and they're kicking it out for it. If you press them, you will force them into mistakes. Because at the moment, they're not confident.
Put it on them. They've got to win the game if they want to stay in. If they've got any chance to stay in the Premier League, they've got to win games like this. They've got to. They've got to. So let's turn that around and think about it like that.
Win percentage.
What?
The prediction: Stoke 39%. That's the predictor.
Yeah.
The chance of a win: Everton 31%.
That's because of our away record. It's garbage.
And the overall record: we've won 65. Stoke have won 30. We've won 64. Drawn 34 and lost 35 in the overall record. So there you go.
Been doing
some meaningless stats for you.
They are meaningless.
Yeah.
Especially the history ones. But
there you go. That's what it is. Head to head. And we haven't won down at Stoke. We beat them 3-2 down there, didn't we? Under Bobby a few years ago.
Yeah, we did. That was a great performance.
Nias was brought in on a Friday. And
that was a great performance.
It was a great. We've done it in the first half.
Very good counter-attacking performance.
It was. We took them apart. And in fact, we should have got 6 that day. Coney missed 3. Absolute. Coney 2 in Morales. But that was the first time we won there for a while. So probably since that 3-2. So it's about us going there Saturday. And
it's about us going there and showing some cojones and just getting the 3 points. Not capitulating.
No, just actually winning an away game.
Defending properly as a team.
Just winning an away game.
Yeah, just winning away.
Very
it's not that hard.
Very simple.
Everyone does it. Apart from us. Everyone won.
I mean, Burnley went to West Ham 3-0.
I know, yeah.
So,
there you have it. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Are you confident? Do you think we'll have enough to beat Stoke City at home at the 365 Bet Stadium?
Okay.
There you have it. Let us know. See you later.